Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Dynamite channel of wrestling results here in this channel. So, for AEW Rampage, we have alliance between former WWE stars teased. Big tag team match announced for Dynamite. This week's edition of AEW Rampage promised to be another action-packed episode of wrestling. The show featured Darby Allin squaring off against the Butcher and Keith Lee, going to war against Max Caster. Plus, House of Black and Leela Hirsch were also in action on the latest edition of Rampage. AEW Rampage results March 18th, 2022. Darby Allin versus the Butcher on AEW Rampage. The match, the way how they take so long of these matches to have so much on that card, I'm surprised it lasts up to an hour. I think it feels like it takes at least 2 hours, you know what I mean? The match started with Allin unleashing a series of punches on the Butcher, but the AFO member quickly retaliated back thanks to his size advantage. The former TNT champion then began playing mind games with the Butcher and hit a picture-perfect suicide dive on him. Allin bit the Butcher's hand, but the latter hit a stiff punch on the former to take him down. The AFO, I want to say AHFO, but it's no longer that anymore, was Rowe in the driver's seat in this match as he methodically wore down a manhandled Darby Allin. The action spilled to the outside, where the Butcher hit a brutal lariat on his opponent. The last results, I kept yawning. Let's see how long I yawn in this. Sorry. The veteran performed, then had a face-off with Sting on the outside as we went to commercial break. Back on the show, the Butcher continued to assault Darby Allin as he locked him in a submission maneuver, but the former TNT champion managed to reach the ropes. Allin finally found an opening in the match when the Butcher hit his knee into the steel stairs. Following this, Darby Allin delivered a beautiful coffin drop on his opponent on the outside. The former TNT champion managed to enter the ring just in time as the Butcher got counted out. Darby Allin defeats the Butcher on AEW Rampage, grade B-. Post-match, Private Party attacked Allin and Sting with Andrade, the Blade, and the Bunny also entering the squared circle. However, just then, the Hardy Boys came out to the rescue of the Icon and Allin. Sorry about this hair sticking out through that mask like that. However, just then, the Hardy Boys came out to the rescue of the Icon and Allin. Matt Hardy then laid down a challenge for an 8-man Texas Tornado tag team match against the AFO on next week's AEW Dynamite. In a backstage segment, TNT champion Scorpio Sky boasted about retaining his title against Wardlow. At the same time, Paige Van Zant claimed that she was the best fighter in the company, irrespective of gender. Leah Hirsch versus Red Velvet on AEW Rampage. Even before the match officially started on AEW Rampage, Hirsch attacked Velvet on the entrance ramp, However, Red Velvet retaliated and hit a German suplex. Once the match began, Hirsch quickly gained an advantage and began wearing down her opponent as we went to a commercial break. Back from the break, Velvet finally found an opening in the match and unleashed a flurry of offense on her opponent. However, Leah Hirsch quickly recovered and locked in Velvet in a cross arm breaker, but the latter managed to break the submission by reaching the ropes. Just when Hirsch pulled out a weapon to attack Velvet, Chris Statlander came out and distracted her. This allowed Red Velvet to capitalize as she pinned her opponent after hitting a corkscrew kick for the win on AEW Rampage. Red Velvet defeated Leah Hirsch on AEW Rampage Grade B, House of Black versus Bear Country, and Fuego del Sol on AEW Rampage. Bear Bronson and Malachi Black started things off, with the latter using his speed to device the behemoth performer. The former NXT North American champion took down all three House of Black's opponents single-handedly. Buddy Matthews then unleashed a flurry of strikes on Bronson. Next, Brody King took down Del Sol with a brutal punch, which knocked out the Masked Star. The House of Black then began attacking Bear Boulder. Fuego del Sol then hit some aerial maneuvers on Black, King, and Matthews. But it just wasn't enough, as the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion hit his finisher out of nowhere to secure the win on Rampage. Dude, I bet you Bear Country, what was his name? Bear Bronson was pissed. He probably would have laid, if I was him, I would have laid out Del Sol in the ring and said, fuck you, Fuego del Sol. You cost us the win. You're weak. He is. He hasn't won any match. The only match I think he won was with Fuego del Sol 2, aka Cody. House of Black versus Bear Country and Fuego del Sol. Grade C. Keith Lee versus Max Caster on AEW Rampage. The match on AEW Rampage started with a San Antonio's crowd chanting "Bask in the his glory" for Keith Lee, though Caster attacked the Limitless one with an uppercut and a drop kick. It wasn't enough to bring down his opponent. The former NXT champion was then distracted by a powerhouse Hobbs, who stared down at Lee from the entrance ramp, allowing Max Caster to finally find an opening in this match. Back from the commercial break, Caster was in the driver's seat as Hobbs and Starks looked from the commentary box. However, Keith Lee then retaliated by using his size advantage to manhandle Caster. Despite a couple of super kicks attempts from the Acclaimed member, Keith Lee easily took him down with a Big Bang Catasphere for the win on AEW Rampage. Keith Lee defeated Max Caster in Grade C. Post-match, Hobbs and Lee finally came to blows, with Starks, Caster, and Anthony Bowens joining in on the attack on the former WWE star. However, Shane "Swerve" Strickland then came out to the rescue of Keith Lee. Strickland and Lee shared a handshake to tease an unlikely alliance as the show went off the air. It's probably nothing. They're just happy to see each other. I guarantee they're not going to have a better alliance or something. I guarantee they're not going to team up eventually or something. I don't know. This week's Rampage didn't boast of many memorable matches, but it was still a decent hour of wrestling that flew by. The biggest takeaway from the show was Strickland and Lee's alliance in All Elite Wrestling. So, what do you guys think of AEW Rampage from tonight? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys do not miss an upload here on the show. And I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.